2025 Infiniti QX60 in two different trims. And to my right, I have the Sensory trim, and to my left, I have the lower trim than that, being the Luxe. Two of four trims. The other two trims is one lower than this, being the Pure, and one being higher than this, being the Autograph. But we're going to be comparing these two trims, Sensory and Luxe, in this video here at Vagabond Builds with James and Sandu. So let's go ahead and dive in real quick. Now, we only popped one hood because same exact powertrain on both. We have the 2.0 liter 4-cylinder turbocharged variable compression engine paired together with a 9-speed automatic transmission, pushing 268 horsepower with 286 pounds-feet of torque. Now, MPG on both, they do come with the all-wheel drive. Take that into consideration. 22 city, 27 highway, and a 24 combined, everyone. Get a load of that engine bay. What do you guys think about these turbocharged 4-cylinder? They got rid of those V6 naturally aspirated and put in these, okay? Leave in the comment section below. Now, some other numbers with regards to the dimensions of these cars. 198 inches in length, 78 inches in width, 70 inches in height with 114.2 inch wheelbase, 6.7 inch ground clearance, and when properly equipped, 6,000 pounds of towing capacity. And why do I say when properly equipped? It's because this Sensory comes with two different packages, one being the Vision package, the second one being the tow package. In order to tow 6,000 pounds, you need to have the tow package. Now, this one doesn't come with the tow package. It comes with the cargo package and the Vision package. So what does Vision package bring to you guys? I just want to make sure I clarify right off the bat so we don't confuse anyone. The Vision package brings a few things. It brings the adaptive headlight systems on both, okay, so both have them. You have the heads-up display on both, and I'm going to show you guys that on the inside of the car. And then you have the rear view mirror being live. So you have an extra camera in the rear of the car, and it is live. But let's go ahead and talk about what's different on the front end with regards to the Sensory and the Luxe. Yeah, you guessed it. It's actually nothing. So color schemes are completely the same. The headlights are completely the same with your black housing headlights, the zebra design, dropping down high gloss black bezels, chrome going around, all the same. 360 panoramic camera, bumper sensors in the front, all exactly the same, everyone. Now, your color schemes might change, like, for example, the kind of darker gunmetal gray look, trims on the corners, and this being black. But overall, again, the same exact front end. What changes on the side, you might ask? Rims. You're running two different rims, the styles of the rims. Colors are the same, gunmetal gray on the interior, machine surface silver on the front side. And the tires are Hankook Dyna Pros, okay? Those are both the same tires, 255, 50, 20 on both tires as well, okay? So rims is pretty much the only difference so far. Suspension systems are shock spring strut suspension. Side mirrors, exactly the same. Automatic foldable, blind spot assist, auto dimmable, heated, fully loaded side mirrors. Intelligent key system on both. Another difference, slight difference, is the chrome trim on the rocker panel area of the Sensory, and no chrome trim on the Luxe, okay? Now, I have to stop and tell you guys that MSRP on both these cars, the Luxe being a lower trim, comes in at around $58,000 and some change. The MSRP coming in on the Sensory is about $61,000, but with the packages add-on, this is coming in at $63,000 and this is coming in at $66,000. I'm going to tell you guys which one I would choose at the end of the video after showing you guys the bells and whistles. Over to the rear end. Now, remember I mentioned that this one has the cargo package. What are you going to see otherwise? See this little scuff plate here? This comes with the cargo package, okay? And there is no tow hitch here. Okay, that's because the one in this video doesn't come with the tow package. Now, let me go ahead and show you guys. No scuff plate, but you have the tow package that comes with this plug. Okay, so kind of changes a little bit right here with regards to that look. But other than that, there's nothing different in the rear. So LED taillights, all-wheel drive, QX60 up top, privacy glass, spoiler, integrated brake light with the wiper. Pretty much that's it. Now, you might ask where the exhausts are tucked under the car, right and left on each, with a spare tire for both. Okay, let's go ahead and Pop both tailgates open. Behind third row seats on both, 15 cubic feet of space. Drop the third and the second row seats, you get a maximum cargo capacity of 75 cubic feet of space, and this is what it's going to look like. Dropping that second row is going to add on to that for that 75 cubic feet of space. Now, what is cargo package? This is the cargo package. It gives you this cargo capacity with the split cubbies, okay? That's an add-on too, optional to add on. Now, on the left-hand side, here on the lower trim, the Luxe, you do not have the electric control unit for the third row seats, and I'm going to show you guys that right now. If we come over to the third row, you have to actually manual drop the third row, just like this, and you can actually pick it up electrically. Okay, you don't have to hold it, but that's pretty cool because a lot of times you drop them electrically in a lot of manufacturers, but to pick them up, you actually have to pick them up manually. Well, I kind of like this idea better because it's always easier to drop them once they're up, okay? And then when they're down, you don't have to reach over and pick up, okay? Another different thing is scuff plates. We get some scuff plates on the higher trim, sensory, right? And then no scuff plates, just matte black plastic. No cargo. This is what the no cargo package is going to look like. You don't have those split things, okay? But other than that, pretty much the same stuff. Now that we're pretty much done with powertrains, exteriors, and cargo interiors, let's go ahead and show you guys interiors. So sitting in the lower trim, the Luxe, before we continue with the interior, I forgot to mention one more difference, that the Luxe doesn't have the hands-free liftgate option, okay? So the Sensory actually can open the liftgate without using your hands and just having your key fob, again, in your purse or pocket. Now with the interior, main differences right off the bat, everybody. Not many, but a few. Now, starting with the inlays on the dashboard, the doors, different inlays, and you're going to see that in the Sensory or the higher trim. Also with the seating system, so no massage seating in the Luxe lower trim, or no on the passenger seat, you don't have the adjustable lumbar support, okay? So those are the two vertical arrows on the little circle down there, to where on the Sensory you have the adjustable lumbar support. Another thing is the air purifying system. You don't have that. You're going to see some little dots right here in between the vent level and the little sitting icon there, the little man that's sitting down. You'll see the air purifier, and I'm going to show you guys that as well in the Sensory. And then no Alexa built in, that the Sensory does get that as well. But overall, nothing else is different. Now, if you guys want more of an in-depth review, I'd like to remind you guys, go over to Vagabond Builds and check out our in-depth single review videos. These are just pretty much comparisons between trims, but beautiful tech look with 12.3-inch screens. You have the touch sensitive panel for the controls, your heated ventilated seats, heated steering wheel, and your dual climate controls, wireless charging pad, USB-A, USB-C plug-in. All this stuff is all similar between both trims. Full digital cockpit cluster, and you can change that info card by going right and left, up and down. Heads-up displays because of the vision package. Remember I mentioned that. And the vision package does give you the live feed rear view camera. Okay. Now we're pretty much done with the front side. Let's show you second and third row and shoot over to the higher trim Sensory. Second row seating differences, not many, but the two that you'll see that meets the eye is the inlays on the back door, as I mentioned. So they're coming in from the front over to the back. And then in between both front seats, next to the USB-C and the USB-A, you'll have a plug-in or an inverter. Okay, that Sensory adds to its interior, and I'm going to show you guys that in a little bit. 6 feet 2 inches is what I am, to put things into perspective, so leg clearance is completely there with your head clearance. The third row is slightly tight, okay, I have to mention. Ways to control this seating area in both is a manual lever here and here, with a button to bunny hop here, and for the third row passengers back here. Let's go ahead and show you guys that. All right. And shooting over to the third row seats, now they get rid of the perforation on the leather appointed seating. But what I wanted to show you guys with regards to the main difference, see this USB-A plug-in here? You don't get that on the driver's side, okay? So no driver's side USB-A plug-in right here, to where the Sensory, the higher trim, will have plug-ins on both sides. Slightly tight. Again, if you guys want to see more of an in-depth review, check out our other videos on our channel, but it's slightly tight for us tall people here. My head, there's no head clearance. My hair is touching in my head, along with my legs will be touching the back of those two front seats. Now, I'm going to show you guys what about an extra $3,000 gets you guys on the Sensory trim right now. Now sitting in the Sensory trim, the higher trim, about $3,000 extra in this video, coming in at around $66,000 and some change. What are the differences? They're kind of minor if you ask me. Now looking at the passenger door, we have the open pore ash wooden inlays, okay? And you see that on the door panel along with the dashboard, but you also get an extra memory seating control unit. I forgot to mention that also in the Luxe, so you get that extra little bell and whistle. Also on the seats themselves, you have the vertical arrows that you can actually drop and pick up your lumbar support as well, okay? You also have massaging seats, and where are you going to see the massaging seats? Here on the side, on the driver and passenger. You'll also see it up here. If I go ahead and go over to menu, you'll see massage settings on the seat icon, okay? Also, remember I told you guys about the air purifier. See those little dots there? That, and you'll see the little clean car, okay? Air purifying system inside the Sensory. One more thing, I almost forgot that instead of the Alexa built-in, I made a mistake that I meant to say the Series XM radio, okay? So if we come over here, we get the Series XM radio, and of course, that is what is different. But other than that, nothing else is different, everybody. Here in the front, yes, take into consideration the different colors, but the same exact stitching and style and whatnot. Let's go ahead and shoot over to the second and third row seating and then finish off with this video. Now, second row differences, the 120 volt inverter here in the Sensory. Over to the doors, you get the ash inlay, the wood ash open pore, natural wood, very nice. And then if we go ahead and press this button here, come over to the third row seat, and on the driver's side, we get an extra USB-A plug-in. That's pretty much everything that's different, everybody. Now, as we like to do here at Vagabond Builds, we like to drop those MSRP stickers. So here's the MSRP sticker first to the Luxe, and now here's the MSRP sticker to the Sensory. So you might ask me which one would I get? Like, I have a lot of viewers and constantly comment on that. I will say, for the price tag with the upgraded bells and whistles, I would go the lower trim. Why? Because the $3,000 extra isn't getting me anything that I really would see myself wanting or needing over the lifetime or the experience of driving the car. Now, there are times, if you watch my other videos, that I actually mention and tell you guys to get the bells and whistles depending on certain manufacturers or trims between those manufacturers. But here on the QX60, between the Luxe and the Sensory, go with the Luxe, save the money. You don't need these little bells and whistles, honestly. But again, if you have the deeper pockets, go ahead and do it if it doesn't hurt. Now, we appreciate you guys watching our channel at Vagabond Builds with James and Sandu. Don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel. We appreciate you guys watching. Stay tuned. We have more cool things coming. God bless you.